Inequities that exist in grant making are reflective of inequities that exist in larger society. If we are going to change that, we have to approach grant making with a specific focus on equity so that we can ensure that underserved and marginalized communities are not left out.
I think grant making is a really, it's an amazing opportunity, but it's a really hard thing to do and do well. And so I think the more voices that we can have at the table, the better we'll do in whatever change we're trying to make in the world. So the more voices at the table, I think the better our work is. One of the dangers of philanthropy is creating an echo chamber where you're hearing only people who sound like you, who think like you, to come up with solutions to problems. And so if in fact it's our duty to make sure that the funds that we're allocating are solving problems and fixing tikkun olam, fixing the world, it's really important to diversify the voices who are at that table, particularly and especially when you're trying to make change within underserved communities.
Too often, grant making, even when well-intentioned, centers the voices and needs of other people in the community rather than the priorities and values of that underserved community. And only when they're at the table can we ensure that they and their needs are centered in the process. I'm hoping that the projects and initiatives that we select as part of this grant making process be reflective of our community, be reflective of the fact that we as individuals are complex people with a variety of experiences and identities that we come with to any experience.
So my hope is that when all is said and done and the grants are finally made, that they are amplified beyond what we can even imagine now. I'm hoping that the professionals who receive funding from this round of grants feels empowered to do their best work to affect as many people as possible and to truly support victims and survivors in a meaningful way, and that we're actually really moving towards embracing our beautifully intersectional community through these grants.